What about now? I hope you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Hopefully you can hear me now. What about now? Let me know. Say yes or no. It should be there now, but I just wanted to double check. It wouldn't be right if I started with audio. So I figured why start with audio if it's not. Okay, yes, there we go. So finally we got audio. There's Mike. Oh, don't forget, folks. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Put down where you're from, what country, state, etc. And be sure the after show, we will meet afterward in the private tinkering. We do a private thing for our members afterward. This is to meet guests and things like that and chat about what we talked about during the show, during the live stream. So we always do that for our members. Don't forget to become a member. Love to do that. If you click on there's probably a join button right down here. Just join at the $9.99 level or higher, and you can become a part of this and see some tips that we do and things like that. Let's get right out here and go see who's out there. I'm gonna put my glasses on. I know I probably look weird without headset on, but I don't have anybody in here to talk to. I'd be listening to myself. I don't like to do that. Jolin's out there from Low Country. Good to see you out there, Jolin. And I see Roxanne, Piedmont, North Carolina. Nice. Excellent. We have Mike joined us from Niagara Falls area. That's Canada, though, not the U.S. So, yeah, the topic of discussion today is tech that talks. Really? This is a very bizarre thing. I had a friend. The reason I wanted to bring this one up today, and I thought it'd be a good topic, because I'm not a huge fan of my devices talking to me. Now, granted, talking to me one thing and doing assistant, don't get me wrong. I love the assistant. I use it, either one, whatever. If you use the A one or the G one, whichever, I think they're very well worth it. It's like having an encyclopedia on your bookshelf, except you've got access to it. So for me, I'm not sure about the conversational part, and I'll get to that in just a second, because I saw and heard about this and what's coming up, especially with artificial intelligence, or what they call AI. And then at the end of this, I want to find out, what would you buy? Are you interested, or something that you would be interested in, what you would buy? That'll be our topics and things. And if you're watching this later, you can answer these questions as well. So let's see here. Let me just make sure that I don't have anything. No, I don't have anything out there. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's get tech that talk. So here was the conversation that we had. I went looking up because this guy had just bought a smart device. This happened to be, I think it was a refrigerator. But what's interesting is the technology, and what's coming about is almost scary. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, and get your conversations going in the audience. Feel free to put comments if you have comments on this. I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to show you some things that I went and looked up, so you can kind of see some of the things that we're talking about that are starting to do some of this stuff. So let me get that pulled up real quick, and it's going to be devices, basically. Let me go to here. So the first one on the list is a washer. So let's get right to that. And let me bring it on screen. There we go. Right there. So this one is a washer and dryer. What's interesting about this is, yes, you can see it on your phone, how it's doing, what cycle it's in, all that kind of stuff. But the point that it's getting to, or becoming, and some of the things that it's going to be able to do in the future, is tell you, hey, last time you washed this type of clothes with this temperature and this setting. That to me is what's scary. So again, to come back to that, that's kind of frightening in a lot of ways to me. So first of all, how does it know whether it's a dark load, light load, all that kind of stuff? So is this thing going to have cameras in it? Oh my gosh. And some of these kind of things. That's just kind of a scary thought to me. I don't know about you and how you feel on that, but I'm kind of like, Ooh, that's kind of eerie. But anyway, and the popular one that is now popular, but not popular as far as talking to you and talking back to you, is I'm going to put it up on screen now, is a refrigerator. This is a wall built into the wall unit refrigerator. Has full video. You can tap it with your elbow, I think, and it'll show you inside that refrigerator, which also is kind of weird. But I like the front of it. I think that's kind of neat. And you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see that close enough, but it actually has a G. I'm going to say the word G because I don't want to set everybody's device off, but it has, you can see the icon down there with photos and stuff like that. And you can throw photos up on your fridge and all that. Really kind of cool, kind of neat idea there. What's scary though is what they're talking about in these refrigerators. Let's say I have it tied to my grocery list and I'm in a store and it said last time you bought this, or looking in your refrigerator, it looks like you're out of this or you're low on this. First of all, there's a couple things there that bug me. Low? How do you know if it's low? I mean, how many, do you check how many times I've gone in and looked at that product? Is there a camera watching me? Again, kind of spooky. It's kind of strange and odd. So, I don't know, just my 2 cents on that one. I don't know. I'm kind of torn both ways. I love technology. I love things like that. I like being able to use the smart device, etc. While I'm at the store, maybe, hey, do I have any of this left in the fridge? If it can take a picture, that's fine. Or give me a camera. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous about the camera inside my devices. We already have cameras everywhere else, but I'm just throwing that out there. I'll get to your comments in just a second. I got a couple more of these I want to show real quick. Let me go over to the next one, which is, this one is so silly to me. This is a toaster. It has an image, like images on there, not a setting for a specific thing, but it has image of stuff you can cook and then the temperatures you want to set it. They're talking about these particular devices, just like a toaster, saying, hey, listen, last time you pulled the toast out earlier. Do you like it at a lighter setting? This is your toaster talking to you and telling you these things. Okay, that's weird to me. My toaster noticed that last time I popped it up manually early. Do I want to readjust this time when I go to make my toast? All right, let me answer a couple of these questions before I go on to the next couple things that I have on there. So, okay, so here we go. Let's see. I got to go back here for a little bit. All right. Jalen says, I have a Nest thermostat, but it doesn't talk. 2 Nest hubs and startle me from time to time. I talk to my computer all the time. It doesn't talk back. I like that. Yeah, understood. Then we had, let's see here. Why would anyone even want to know that? I'm not sure which one you're referring to, but I agree with you. Like, I think you're talking about on the washer. Why would you want to know if you, yeah, there you go. Roxanne says a friend controls his air conditioner that way. That's just nuts. I don't know. I agree. Michael, tech and internet already know way too much about us. Now we're going to give it to our fridge. I know. California as usual, Pacific time, the best 78 now. There you go. Then we had the fridge lets your insurance company know how you know you are eating non-healthy food so they can increase your premium. Okay. So there's a little insight there. I see, Andrew. I see where you're going. Too funny for a toaster. Reminds me of a Disney movie. I totally agree with that, which I can't wait to get to my next ones because I added some fun images in here too. Last time laundry. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, last time I did this. That's right. I like the convenience, but not loving the violation of privacy from marketing. Yeah, absolutely. I guess we have to make a decision on which matters more. Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of where we are for the most part. That's true. And that's really why I wanted to bring it up today, because I think it's interesting. Like I said, I had a friend and he was telling me that it has he's looking at this refrigerator that is a smart refrigerator, but it's a smart refrigerator that's looking into the AI capabilities and all that, and remembering stuff that you did last time and all this kind of stuff. He says, I don't need an AI in a toaster. I can do it myself. Yes, that's right. I agree. Now, which is totally why I brought this up, because I really think that there's some real issues with some of this stuff. So the next one, let's go on to the next one. This is an oven. Oh, no, never mind. It is an oven. It's a talking oven that Hasbro or one of those companies, I think it's, I can't even remember what it is. Not exactly the one I was talking about. This is the one I wanted to bring up. This one right here talks to you, tells you stuff. This one remembers the foods that you cook. Again, is it taking pictures or do I tell it? I don't know how all this works, but it notices when you pull things out early. Do you want to set this different next time? What temperature do you like? I noticed you turn the temperature up. Is this a setting that you want to set for next time, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Oh my gosh. I mean, that's just crazy, right? So lots of stuff going on there. And then of course, anybody that I'm showing my age here, but anybody remembers that, the robot that could talk to you as well. They are starting out with some of these that will tell you, hey, listen, I noticed last time that your dog did something wrong on the floor. No kidding. I read this in an article. They have vacuums that are starting to do stuff like that. Excuse me. That's just weird in a lot of ways. I'm sorry. That's just strange. So I don't get it. So, oh my God. So some of these things are just, but it'll tell you other things too. It says, look, I couldn't get under this because it's too low. Make sure next time when you build your cabinets that you make sure that the risers are higher than such and such, or, just anything and everything. I don't need my devices talking to me. At least that's my feelings on it. So let's see. Mike says here, I hope that I don't have to replace any major appliances for a while yet, but the next ones might be a little smarter than my current ones. Yeah, a little. Yeah. Richard says, I like the camera and refrigerator, so see if I need anything while in the store shopping. Okay, see, there you go. To not so LOL. I don't remember what that's about. I love the Jetsons. Yep. Yes, the Jetsons. Yep. Rosie the robot. That's right. Someone keeps keeping a doggy do diary. Yeah, that's right. I know. That's the way I felt too, Andrew. Seriously. Does you tell when a cat spits up fur balls? You know what, Roxanne? I can't answer that right now, but I don't doubt that there may be something to that effect. Who knows? I don't know. I think the biggest one, and one that can't go without eating, right? So for me, the refrigerator one that I brought up and brought this one up, I think this one has makes the most sense of devices that you're using and that kind of stuff. And I can understand smart ones, even in oven, etc., and that kind of thing. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, like we know one of our members in our community, Jim and Chris, they have an oven that is a smart oven. I'm not saying smart stuff is not cool. I do like smart stuff. I think that's kind of neat, but I'm not sure about the other things. I know cars and stuff are starting to do, a lot of the cars are starting to even they're trying to inject AI and everything. So they're trying to inject like, hey, it looks like you're trying to parallel park. Is that what you're doing right now? Do you need my assistance? Or, just whatever, just all kinds of stuff. We notice you haven't stopped for a break in a while. Do you need to get up and walk around? Or it notices your eyes and you're tired or something, and just whatever. It's just so much different stuff that they got going on. It's kind of crazy. And then I think another one on the car when I saw it was, oh yeah, you're down to a quarter of a tank. Do you want to go get gas? It looks like there's so many number of places you're coming up on. Do you want to stop? Some of those things and suggestion, but and it's meant to be conversational versus just helping you. So I'm not sure, is that cool, not cool? What do you think? I'd love to get y'all's opinions on what you guys think, which devices you would get, which cars you would use in this instance, or maybe devices or refrigerators or vacuums. One's appeal to you more than the other. I don't know. Yeah. Roxanne says the toaster for me so the bread doesn't burn when you walk away and forget about it. And yeah, well, I mean, that's why they have a setting to not burn it, but I get what you're saying. Yeah. Hey, idiot, you need gas. That's right. I mean, it probably will. I mean, there are things like that I think that just a warning light would work fine, but you know, it's just something talking to another. Oh, here we go. I still feel awkward talking to my remote and spend a ton of time typing in letters with the stupid thing. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I really get it. Makes total sense. Hey, well, you have to wait 3 hours to charge your auto, then an hour to change it. Yeah, well, you can have a nice long conversation. You have to wait 3 hours while your car charges, right? Noticed are okay, but trying to hold conversation seems creepy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, notification. Exactly. So it's the same thing as if your oven goes off when you set a timer. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that, which is kind of what you're talking about. But having the conversation with them is kind of creepy. Yeah, that's the AI part that I think is very odd and strange. Yeah, I mean, it could be a whole bunch of rosy robots, right? Walking around. One's vacuuming, one's your oven walking to you. You can set the dial, whatever. It comes to you instead of you going to it. I mean, it could get really kind of scary and spooky. And again, the only reason I brought this up, just to recap and reiterate what I'm talking about and what we're talking about today, tech that talks to you. Really? What would you buy? That's really what I want to know. Anybody that watches this later or anybody's watching it now, you can put, what would you buy? What things would you buy that has conversation? I'd probably turn it off. I'd probably personally turn off the conversation stuff, but I'm real curious to see what you guys would buy. Just checking to see if anything at all. And maybe you wouldn't buy anything, but I'm just curious. Anybody that's rewatching this, same thing. Let us know. Let us know what you think would be your choice to look at and watch. So let's see here. Muscles with non-use. AI will eventually injure your brain. That's true. Car for me that can drive and not wreck, so I don't have to call Uber for it. There you go. I like that. There you go. Self-driving car. That would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Thank you so much. I got the backstage open. I will send that link out to everyone in just a moment. Let me put that together real quick just so I don't forget before y'all. Right in the normal place. There's the backstage pass link. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate all you members that are out there. And anybody that you can notice, there's a little member symbol next to, like you can see right here, Andrew's name. And Jolyn, I see right there, she has a little symbol next to her name, which means that she is a paying member to our community. Diane Bush, she is at the lowest level, but she won't come into the backstage pass, but Diane's also a member. Thank you for your support as well. Any little bit helps. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, everyone. Would love to have you come in and talk to you a little bit further if you're interested. If not, I totally understand. Meanwhile, thank you very much, and we'll see you next week, hopefully with a guest if I can get one. Thanks, folks. Appreciate y'all. We'll see ya.